Hello everyone and welcome to 5 Tiers of Creeper Farms. I am Technophobia, that's Tech for short. And why don't we get right into what we're talking about today. So, to start off, we've got first tier, or the baby farm. The thing that can just barely be called a farm, but technically works, so we've got to include it. Now, the creepers spawn up here, and then they eventually just wander into this hole, and will then, we'll wander into our kill chamber, or be flushed into our kill chamber. But I blocked that off so we could get accurate results. As you can see right here, we get under a stack and a half of gunpowder an hour. And that's not bad if you're just looking for some firework rockets or you want to make a little bit of TNT. This farm is great for early game and can last if you don't use a lot of gunpowder even into the late game. Moving on rather swiftly, we've got the second tier of Creeper Farm. And this is a design that I think I came up with by myself, but if it already existed before, feel free to tell me in the comments, and I will link that creator's video in the description. Yeah, so creepers will spawn up here. And let me go to our AFK spot so that they can do that. And then they will drop and fall down onto this landing pad where we have a bunch of hoppers that lead into these chests. I promise, it usually spawns more creepers. There we go, there's one over there. Okay. And as you can see in a second, this farm makes a lot more gunpowder than the last one did. The last one got just under 1.5 stacks, and we have 6, almost 7 stacks, just one shy of 7 stacks. And as I was AFK even further, we got a lot more right here. This is probably all you'll need for most people on a single player server, and even maybe if you want to sell some firework rockets on a small multiplayer server, this could also work. But yeah, this should be all you'll ever need, and probably all that most people want. Some pros of this farm are it does not take any cats to build, but some cons are the spawn rates are not amazing, no matter how big of a farm you make. And right here we have our third tier of Creeper Farm. Now this one works pretty similarly to the last one, where we have a bunch of spawning spaces in the air, and we get the creepers to pathfind away and into the hopper array down beneath them. But some differences are we have cats here, and this farm is much more effective. And this isn't even the max you can get with this style of farm. You could make more layers, you could actually have multiple modules of this farm. But I just wanted to make one so you can get the point. As you can see, it made well more than double our last farm at 17 and a half stacks, just about. Uses for this farm, I actually used this farm in one of my multiplayer servers, and it did really well. I was the best firework salesman on the server. And finally, this is the farm that I spent hours designing and building today. Once again, not sure if I came up with this design or not, but I will link any people I can find credit to. I do know that Psycraft made one that had a similar design to this, where you have cats in the middle, and creepers that fall down. And the point of the spawning platforms is to have them as close to bedrock as possible. As you can see underneath this glass and obsidian, we have the void. Yes, and as creepers die, they're in minecart killing chambers. Their stuff will be transported up and into our storage module up here. Let me fix this right there. So flying into here, we can see our rates, which filled up a double chest and then gave us another row of 9 stacks. That is a total of 62 stacks in just an hour. That means that every minute we got what we got in an hour with our baby farm, to put that in perspective. And this is only at half of the efficiency that I would like to get the farm. As you can see, I had room for branches out this way and this way. But building this already took hours, and it already makes enough to supply literally anything any one person would ever need, and probably supply a server of all the gunpowder they would need for TNT, rockets, anything. Tier 5 cannot be taken by me. It has to go to the SciCraft server, and I will link you that video in the description below where they show off their amazing gunpowder super mega tech farm. And I think that will be all. I hope you enjoyed this, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out any links in the description. I'd really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video or it helped you with some sort of design. If you want me to build a design for you, then you can also leave a comment. But other than that, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys again next week.